Hello everybody, welcome back to SparkofVintage. My name is Cindy and I am the owner and head treasure hunter here at SparkofVintage. We're glad that you're here. It's your first time with us, welcome. We're so glad that you found us. Today we have a very special video. This is what we call our Flippin' Frenzy video. I joined the members of Sonnet's Garden Blooms in a pretty unique challenge. We took items that were in our stash and boxed them up and mailed them off to a partner, but it was a mystery box. They had no idea what they were receiving. So I shipped items off to Cindy at CNC DIY Factory, and I received items from Twisted Oak Farm and Gifts from Janet. I'm so excited to show you what we have to do today. So again, we blindly received our items. We could flip them any way that we wanted to, and then we put a little video together for all of you. So the entire group has a playlist, so I hope that you'll stick around and watch everyone's videos. So I'm super excited to show you what we have, so let's get started. You can visit my swap partner Janet at twistedoakfarmandgiftshop.com. This is the first time I had ever done a swap challenge like this, so it was very exciting to get my box in the mail. Again, we had no idea what we were supposed to receive, so as I unpackaged all the items that Janet had sent me, my mind and creativity just started reeling about all the possibilities. I think I did a pretty good job on what she sent, and so I'm very excited to share that with you next. The first project that came to mind when I saw these wood blocks was coasters. So I did my first coat of DIY White Swan. I painted the back of the coasters with Bayberry Fusion Mineral Paint. Once my coat of White Swan was dry, I used decoupage paper from Roycycled. This was left over from my Sonnet's Makers box a couple of months ago. Once the decoupage was sealed as well, I used transfers from IOD's seed catalog transfer set that came out a couple of years ago. I love these little transfers because they were so vibrant and beautiful, and I thought they would make a lovely matching set. When it came time to seal the coasters, I brought in my resident subject matter expert, Sharon from Inky Spirits. Sharon is an accomplished resin artist, and she was able to show me how to seal the coasters so that they would be sturdy and durable. There wasn't much that this adorable little beanie bunny needed, except for maybe a spring bonnet. I happen to have a few of these little straw bonnets in my stash, so I just cut a hole for the ears and she was ready to go. This little basket just needed a touch of paint. I had this little resin bumblebee already painted and waxed in my stash. And I just added a few velvet mushrooms to the basket. I had this wooden birdhouse in my stash from the bins and used Roy Cycle's decoupage paper to apply that bird motif all the way around the house. I did the hand-painted touches with Fusion Mineral paints in Seaside, Bayberry, and Buttermilk. My camera's a little cut off here, but I added some finishing touches to the piece using Archive Distress ink in Ground Espresso. This is the piece that Janet sent me, and I added those same distress touches. Using Finnabar's Heavy Body Gel, I attached the base to the birdhouse. Cindy and Chris from CNCDIYFactory.com sent me this beautiful wood frame to work with on my next project. They also did that beautiful Amazing Grace plaque that I received in a previous Sonnet's Garden Blooms Makers box. Cindy and Chris's frames are so smooth and beautiful that my decoupage paper and paint went on fantastic. Once my decoupage paper from Stamperia had dried completely, I added some cushiony foam stickers to the back of the Amazing Grace plaque to give it a little bit of pop and to have it come off the surface just a little. Once I used Tim Holtz Distress Embossing Glaze to give these two metal butterflies a little bit of color. I added the butterflies to the corner of the frames using Finnabar's Heavy Body Gel. I particularly love the depth of these frames, and I was really happy with how the project came out. I painted the first layer of this frame with watered down DIY aviary. The distress spray stain allowed me to get into cracks that I couldn't get into with the paint. I had several resin flowers already poured and in my stash, so I just applied some heavy body gesso to them to give them a little texture before I painted them. I attached the painted pieces to the frame with Heavy Body Gel and then waxed them with Finnabar's metallic waxes in order to give them some depth. And that is a wrap on our projects today. Here's our before, and here's our after. Thank you, Janet, for a wonderful swap. Thank you for joining us at Spark It Vintage, and we'll see you next week.